Well, hello, Discover Church, and welcome to the midweek update. This Sunday, we will conclude our series, The Church That Serves. And so far, we've talked about building our life of service on the solid foundation of Jesus Christ. And then we talked about the motivation of why we serve. And last week, we talked about finding your place to serve. So we've talked about the approach to our service as well, that we should serve out of joy and not guilt, not out of manipulation, but through motivation to follow the example of Jesus. We also talked about serving with a humility mindset, once again, to follow Jesus' example that he has for us. Now, this week, we will talk about the who that we serve as we look at the perspective of service. So I personally invite you to join me this Sunday at Discover Church at 10 a.m., located at 1825 Reimer Road in Wadsworth, just west of Leatherman Road, as we look at service through a new set of eyes. Now, here's what's happening around Discover Church. Sunday, January 25th, this Sunday coming up, after the morning service will be our annual congregational meeting. So please plan to stay after the service as we review 2025 and look forward to 2026. Then coming in February, we'll have our next Discover lunch on Sunday, February 1st, after the morning service. So if you're new or newer to Discover Church, I invite you to join me and some of our leaders for lunch as we talk about Discover Church, talk about who we are and why we do things the way we do. It's also a time for you to ask any questions, get to know some of the leaders here at Discover Church, and maybe what your next step is here at Discover. We will also be hosting a Super Bowl party, and that's going to be Sunday, February 8th at 6 o'clock. This would be a great time for good friends, fun games, great food. So come join us, watch the Super Bowl, and bring a friend with you. The missions team, they'll be serving on Thursday, January 22nd from 5:30 to 7. That's this Thursday, and because of the weather, this will be a drive-through event. And you can go to the Caring Heart Food Pantry page to see what their current needs are. Which brings us to this Sunday as we continue our New Year's series, The Church That Serves. This Sunday, we'll talk about the perspective of service as we look at serving through a new set of eyes, the eyes of Jesus. So join us in person here at Discover Church this Sunday at 10 a.m. because it's always better when you are here.